Hey y'all. Okay. Um all right, to finish up with that story, he put his arm around me and was like, "Oh, they were just about to let me go back there." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And then I was like, "No wonder I thought that in my mind." You know, that's the rest of that story. Let's start whatever. Okay. So, I have a before I forget moment thing. So, I mentioned a show before, right? Now, some of the like the killings and murders were kind of alike, but in the show, the husband was like gone early on, so that's one difference on that. So I wanted to point that out because I thought about that later. I was like, oh yeah, at the beginning, kind of at the beginning of the series and the show, the husband was eliminated. So I started thinking that's one really way off kind of thing. So I don't know. Okay. Anyways, just wanted to mention that. Let me try to think of what else I was going to say. Because, yeah, it is like really aggravating knowing that like people have been mistreated here and nothing's gotten done about it. And it really doesn't look like anything will get done about it. Like, okay. But, um, and people have confided in me, people have talked to me, people have trusted me, you know, um, and kind of to go to my family. Um, Now, in so many ways, with a few of them, I knew that I would never be good enough. I just want them to understand and see why, you know. It's really hard to figure out why they're not connecting the dots. Like, I'm telling them this is happening, like, which I said before, it's like they're not even thinking at all. And of course, it's like, I've never been the type to judge. Never, really, you know? Anyways, okay. Just saying, I don't know if it's pride or just, you know? I mean, I'm not going to have the government dictate to me what I think is right or wrong. I mean, it's a sad reality when you realize that the child molesters get a sheet of paper and drug dealers get prison time, you know? I mean, that's a very sad reality. There's something wrong with that picture, you know? I mean, and then if you want to just keep going and looking at it just a little bit further, are cops getting killed by child molesters? Are they getting killed by going after old men that are child molesters or whatever? No offense, I'm just saying it, wording it like that. You know what I mean? Because if I know what I see and know now, then they would be old women or old men or whatever when, da da da, dot, dot, dot. Anyways, I don't know if I was going to go all over there with that, but this is really frustrating. These things just come out. Okay, so, oh yeah, so I'm going to share something in the description. It's about a year old. There's about a line in there that he said that has me wondering, questioning, or whatever. Um, Now, kind of even to go over to something else, which is here. Now, if what I was told by the person that did that to my friend, if what I was told was the truth, then the cops aren't doing their job. So, yeah. I mean, well, they really haven't ever, I guess, in so many ways. So, talking about never again. I mean, um, okay, so even to go to something different. The first time that I ever went to the emergency room about my heart, the doctor, he was a young doctor, he was like rude. He was like rude. Okay, like he's like, well, I'm looking at it right now, like talking about the on the screen or whatever, and it looks fine to me. And like he was really rude, and I was like, well, I'm just telling you how I'm feeling, you know. And then he was just whatever took place, whatever, and or was said, and then he's like, well, I'm going to get your release papers, and if you don't leave, I'm getting the cop in here to escort you out. A doctor. Yeah, treated me like that. Yeah. So I really don't know why these people have just been so rude and mean to me, like several along the way. I don't get it. I don't know why. And I'd like to know why. You know? How am I? Okay, so when I tell y'all I'm crazy and insane, I'm the type that I would call up lawyers and be like, how many of you guys know that people become targets after they go to them about crimes? Because I see that, you know? But, okay, so there's a few other things right there. So it can get really frustrating. And then, like I was feeling a little better and everything. And then, you know, well, okay, so to finish up from that story the other night, I come up on the light. I think I saw the person that was, it was old looking vehicle, if that was the same car. And they go on, and then it was the two cops behind that car. So it's like, okay, well, maybe they were following them. So along the way, when I've gone to my dad about things, like, I was like, you know, this and that and the other. And he's like, well, maybe they're watching them. Like, you know, because so even here, it's like me telling my dad, I'm like, this is, you know, well, like a couple years ago or whatever. It's like, this is odd, you know? And my dad's like, well, maybe they're watching them, which goes on to show you, well, so someone gets in trouble by them and so they become a target, but yet other people are doing the same thing and get violent and not becoming a target. Doesn't make sense to me, you know? Okay, so there's a few other things right there, which I didn't know if I was going to go all over there with all that. But I do want y'all to check out that, the thing I'm going to share, okay, y'all? Check that out. And yeah, so I'll end it with this. So when I went to my dad that day, and I had forgotten what I had said at the beginning. So what I had said at the beginning was, you know, oh yeah, I said, Dad, I think you and Mom had a lot more opportunities than like when we came along. And I was like, and oh yeah, so I went on and I said, it just seemed like with us, if you weren't part of the club, good luck to you, you know? And then so, you know, who's still listening? So I had already said that part of the conversation earlier, or, you know, in another video. And then so after I said all that, that's when I ended and I said, so you're darn right I'm mad that I feel like a lot of parents have worked really hard for this country to have their children to be mistreated like that. Or, you know, this. I don't know how I worded it because I had said what I said before, you know. Um, and then I guess I'm thinking that maybe, you know, he'll start to understand where all I'm coming from, you know, and because, you know, he did listen to me that day and everything. And then so since I ended it with that, maybe you can understand that, you know, I just think that a lot of things are wrong, you know, about that fact that, you know, here's parents, there people have worked so hard for this country to get mistreated like they have, you know? Parents, families, whatever, you know? But like I said, I always knew, for some reason, I always knew I would never be good enough for my family. I just wish they really kind of understood why, because, you know, you just can't just switch up. Maybe you could, but, and then, yes, here soon I'm going to share about the other thing, because I revisited that thing, and that's when I found out that that guy was the maker of it, or whatever. And so whenever I do, yeah, I mean, I'll tell them, like, how can people act normal after they find that out? Or, you know, but anyways, so I'm trying to take care of some things, or at least, you know, people either planting a seed or making myself more a target. Isn't that weird? All right. God bless. I'll see y'all soon.